We are coming on the air right now with some breaking news. The FDA has just issued an emergency use authorization order for Pfizer's vaccine. Now, that clears the way for the vaccine to be shipped all across our country. The first batch of doses going to healthcare workers and the elderly. This comes just 24 hours after a large majority of an FDA advisory panel voted that the benefits of the vaccine outweigh the risks. Some key questions that were raised in that meeting, including about potential allergic reactions to the vaccine. Of course, most Americans will not receive a dose of vaccine until at least the spring. Let's bring Dr. Jen Ashton into the conversation. What does this mean for the right now of it all, Jen?
Well, first of all, we have to put this into the proper medical, scientific, and historic context. This is unprecedented. It is historic. We are less than 12 months from the discovery of this virus, and to have a vaccine approved, we become the fourth country in the world after Canada, the UK, and Bahrain to approve this first novel technology mRNA virus. The FDA did take steps that those other three countries did not take to specifically do a deep dive on safety issues. They were particularly focused on the potential for what's called hypersensitivity or severe allergic reactions, leading in some cases to anaphylaxis. They are still concerned about that. That still will be followed. There will be specific language on the indications for the vaccine. But in terms of logistics, this means doses are being loaded likely as we speak.
And what will you be watching for in particular over the next few days as Americans begin to receive these doses?
Well, I think we have to remember when we hear about this potential for allergic reaction, the UK had 2 reported cases very early on. The clinical information that was released about those 2 cases apparently indicates that those people had a history of severe allergic reactions at baseline. And we have to remember that as we start to vaccinate 25 million people in phase 1A, that even if there's a 1 in a million chance of this type of allergic reaction, we could see 25 severe allergic reactions. People with that history obviously will be advised to take appropriate medical steps, have an epinephrine auto-injector handy, do it under medical supervision. But we have to put that risk of potentially, let's say, 1 in a million of a rare allergic reaction up against the risk of severe COVID-19 disease and death from COVID-19. That risk way higher, and that's how we make a decision in clinical medicine. It's risk versus risk.
And you talk about that risk versus reward as well, as we heard from the FDA. Before we let you go, for Americans who are still feeling reluctant or hesitant now that this is available, what would be your words of advice?
I think the same words that we've been saying from the beginning of this pandemic. You know, we have to go by facts, not fear, evidence and not emotion here, and we know what the risks of this virus are. We are seeing that play out in real time. The risks of a vaccine are never zero, but this vaccine appears to have a very good safety profile in clinical trials. Remember, it's been given now almost to 100,000 people. There have been no reported deaths, and the risk of an allergic reaction exists with the influenza vaccine. So we have to keep that into perspective, context, continue to monitor it for safety, and right now, just hope that this will be able to make a dent in what we are seeing with unprecedented rates and deaths from this virus.
Dr. Jen Ashton, thanks so much. Once again, just to recap, the FDA has gone ahead and given the green light for this emergency authorization of the vaccine for coronavirus.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.